Hello and welcome back to the Lincoln Loco 2. Today we've got two games for you, but in a different order. Sheffield is the first game up, followed by the Nantwich Town game in the semi-final of the League Cup. Now, we were meant to play the Nantwich game first, but then it got called off for waterlogged pitch, so it's now been postponed a week. So actually that's quite good for us, because originally we would have played the Evo-Stik United game that we played last episode. Then I had to have 4 days off before the game against Nantwich, and then 3 days off before the game against Sheffield, or 2 days off before the game against Sheffield. So a lot of games in a short space of time. We've now got a week in between each game, actually, so that's really helpful for us. It might give us a better chance to beat Nantwich in the Cup, so it could work in our favour. Since you're last here, no games have been played, of course. If you were here last time for the Evo-Stik United game, you'll know that we won it 3-2 in a great game where Connor Robinson scored a hat-trick right towards the end of the game, where it looked like we could have drawn it because Michael Jacklin pretty much gave away two. In fact, he scored an own goal and pretty much gifted the other goal to the to Evo-Stik United. So it wasn't brilliant, but we managed to win it in the end, which was good. In the meantime, a few things have happened. First of all, my favourite thing that happened is to Connor Robinson. Am I spelled Connor wrong there? Is it two? How am I spelling Connor? So he scored 25 goals, which means he gets a bonus of £0 for reaching his target. So lovely little bonus there for Connor Robinson. He scored 25 goals. He's worked hard for that, and there's his little bonus for reaching it. £0. So there you go. Enjoy that. Don't spend it all at once. Don't you dare spend it all at once. We've had a few offers come in for players as well. Another one for Cameron Fulks, which I think I'm going to reject. He's going to be crossing me, but I do want to keep hold of him because I do think he's a decent backup player. He's like a third choice centre back. He's just crossing me at the moment, but go after summer he'll be fine. After summer he'll be fine, unless actually his contract could be up at the end of the season, so maybe he won't be fine for summer. But we'll keep him at the club for now at least. And then a player wants to go on loan somewhere, so he'll probably go on loan, a youth player. We don't really care too much. But then Bury Town and Runcorn Town have both put offers in for Harry Robinson and Daniel Aitken. Now, they're on non-contract terms, so they can just offer the contract in straight away, which they have done. And out of the two of them, neither of them are going to be good enough, I don't think, in the division above next season. I don't think they're going to cut it in the league above us if we get promoted, which we should do this season. So I'm only going to offer a contract to Robinson because I think he's slightly better than Aitken. And if one of them's got to go, I'd rather it be Aitken than Robinson. So we'll offer a new contract to Robinson quickly. He wants to be a hot prospect. Okay, that's fine. And he wants £65 appearance fee, and it's currently 20, which is quite a lot of an increase. So we'll take it down to 40. Get rid of that unused substitute fee as well. 60. Can we take it down to 50? He's happy with 50. I'm happy with 50. That's okay, I suppose. If we get rid of Aitken as well, that's kind of okay. Let's not proceed to match yet. I tried to press continue. This is the team then for the game against Sheffield. That's quite a nice little transition. We'll jump straight into the game then against Sheffield, and this is the team we're going to go for. A few little changes since last episode, but if you weren't here for last episode, the team is going to be Emery in goal with Corrigan, Jacklin. I am trusting him again. He did make two massive errors in the last game, but I'm going to trust Jacklin for this game alongside Duncan Idahan and Walker at right back. Scholesbeard moves across that centre midfield position as Gary Jones comes in with the Carrillo position, or Carrilero position, as, where is he down here? Jack Holmes picked up his 10th yellow card of the season in the last game and is out of this game for suspension. So that's the change in midfield. No change on the wings as Kelly and Robinson stay there, but Mum comes into that attacking midfield position instead of Matt Cotton, and Connor Robinson, who's got 27 goals this season now, looking for number 30 this game against Sheffield, is leading the line for us today. Right, another away game to Sheffield today, or just another away game today. It's against Sheffield, that's what I should be saying. Let's get the league table and the match stats back up as well so we can see what's going on there. Of course, last episode we jumped freakily, we leapfrogged them into first place as they drew with Morpeth, and looks like they're losing right now as they drop down to 59 points. They've gone one down to Bowes and Pitsy, who are sitting down in 14th out to 13th. So that's very, very good for us. Can we grab a goal? Well, I thought it was a highlight in the background, but there wasn't a highlight in the background. But it'd be great if Frickley lose today, Morpeth lose today. Pontefract can maybe draw if they want to, but I'd rather them lose. As Hanwell, they can draw or lose as well. If we pick up the win as well, you've got to make us favourites for the title with 7 games to go after this one. However, it looks like Michael Jackson just picked up a knock. It just came up at the top of the screen there. Injury, potential knee injury. He's apparently we could nurse him through the rest of the match. His condition is actually getting better. It was down to 73, I think. It's now up to 77. We'll monitor it, but he was a bit of a liability last game and potentially could be a liability this game as Connor Robinson, who is very good at free kicks, as we saw the very end of last season. He scored like 3 in one game or 2 in one game, nearly got a third. So he's very good. Jacqueline's condition is sort of plateauing now at 76. So I think we might take him off at half-time just to be safe. I don't want to risk it too much. As things stand, Frickley are now drawing again, as you can see down here. Where are they? Frickley, just before half-time, picked up... I say just before half-time. The 19th minute picked up a goal. So they're now back on 60 points. We need to just be careful, I think. We just need to be careful. I'll get my assistant to do a team talk this time, because if you remember last episode, I got it completely wrong. So there's a team talk. We'll also take Jacqueline off. If we can get the tactics screen, Tom, that'd be a good one to get to. And Fulks will come on for Jacqueline, for the injured Jacqueline. So let's start the second half. Hopefully, it will go a bit better in the first half and we'll actually score a goal. I mean, to be fair, I don't mind drawing today if Frickley draw and things like that, as long as we don't give up our place at the top of the table. Obviously, we've got fantastic goal difference. That's like an extra point. That is the extra point, isn't it, essentially? That bit of goal difference is crucial. And considering that we've got 12 better goal difference than Frickley and Morpeth, that's really, really good for us. However, it doesn't really seem like anyone's turned up today. If we look at, 6.3 for Robinson, 6.4, 6.6 for Mum, 6.4 for the other Robinson. No one's particularly turning up, so maybe Tim Akinola will come on the left-hand side for Kelly, change things up a little bit. And I'll leave Robinson and Mum on just for now. But we'll either take Robinson off and just put Hutchinson up there, or take Mum off and put Robinson and Hutchinson up there. Although with only 20 minutes left in this game, it's not the best. I think actually Mum needs to come off anyway, because he. I always say she, but obviously because it's Mum. But I think Mum needs to come off just to. Mum isn't fully fit. That's what I'm trying to make the point here. I'm going to stop saying he or she for Mum, because I just can't get it into my head. Mum's going to come off, Hutchinson's going to come on, and we're going to go for two strikers up front. We're also going to go a bit more attacking as well for these final 20 minutes or so. I think this is what we need. There are all subs as well that we can make, so we sort of sit back and relax now. But Sheffield have played very well today, I've got to say. They're sitting just outside the playoffs, actually. So they're desperate for a win today to keep themselves in the hunt. Looks like Bowes and Pitsy, they've just gone 3-1 up against Frickley, which is good. And we've now got an attack coming forward. The ball forward is a beautiful goal there from Regan Hutchinson. Looks like their defender just couldn't control the ball there. And as Frickley go 3-1 down, we go 1-0 up. And we go 3 points clear of them at the top of the table as things stand right now. If we stay on 62 points and Frickley go down to 59, that is beautiful. Sheffield just brought Wade Fairhurst on as well. He used to be Lincoln's. Why is he doing it at Sheffield right now? Because he was a very good player, to be fair. He had a bad time at Lincoln, but scored 13 and 40 at Macclesfield that season. Came to Lincoln, everyone's going to be like, he's going to be amazing. And then didn't really do anything, but did quite well for Macclesfield when he went back. But actually looking at this, he has done atrociously at every club he's been at since being at Macclesfield. So clearly, he only likes to do it at Macclesfield. He literally cannot do it anywhere else. Literally cannot do it anywhere else apart from Macclesfield. And Sheffield, actually, we're looking at this. 13 and 34 is pretty decent as well. But it's not quite 27, is it, like Conor Robinson's got. So, unlucky Wade Fairhurst. But looks like that could be a red card for Corrigan there. I think it is a red card for Corrigan. I was about to say, is Wade Fairhurst listening to me and is going to score 2 goals now? Hopefully he won't, but we've now got to be very, very careful. Can Akinola play at left back? The answer is no. Gary Jones, can anyone play CD? Gary Jones can kind of play a little bit CDM-ish. And then Harry Robinson can come back a little bit. We'll leave the 2 strikers up there because they literally cannot do anything other than strikers. So why are you attacking still? That's quite dangerous. Let's get off attacking now. Let's just see the game out for the final 5 minutes. Stanford are beating Mickley, but that doesn't matter to us too much. That's all fine. We're still winning. Frickley still losing. Morpeth still drawing, I believe. Pontefract and Hanwell also. Or Pontefract are now drawing, which is good. Hanwell don't score a goal. Emery with a great... I thought he just got on the back of the net there. That was a great save from Emery. I was about to just go, oh no, but I think it's a great double save there from Emery. The corner is another fantastic save from Emery, to be fair. Emery has just saved our bacon 3 times there. Another corner comes. And again, a huge save from Emery. It's now cleared up to Hutchinson. If you can score on the counter-attack now, that would be amazing. He can't. We do win the free kick, though. So take your time for the final 3 minutes of added time. Please, please, please. Hold on. We've gone over the 3 minutes now. This surely is it. Akinola's free kick comes in. It's headed by Hutchinson, but not on target. But referee has blown his whistle. Sheffield 0, Lincoln United 1. We've just about managed to get the 3 points there. Looked a little bit touch and go at the end with those chances that Sheffield had. But Corrigan's red card didn't cost us in the end, which is very good. We win the game. I'll let the assistant do it, because last time I did it, it went very downhill. So the assistant will do it. And I think we'll get confirmation in a second, but we are going to be 3 points clear at the top of the table, which is superb. Yeah, there we go. We are 3 points clear from Frickley at the top of the table, which is fantastic. They pulled one back towards the end, actually, you can see here, but didn't manage to beat Bowers and Pitsea, which is fantastic. Thank you, Bowers and Pitsea. Looking down, Morpeth are 4 points behind us as well. Pontefract are 6 points. Hanwell 7 points. I think it's only really Morpeth and Frickley we need to worry about right now. That may change before next episode, which is probably going to be the last episode, hopefully the last episode of this season. If we get knocked down to the playoffs, then it won't be, unfortunately. But we're on a 10-game streak now where we've not lost. I think it's 10 games including the Cup. Yeah, 10 games including the Cup where we've not lost. If we can just keep going for the rest of the season, we'll be fine and win the league, and it'll be beautiful. We deserve to go up this season. I think we have been the best team. We've been unlucky with a lot of the draws as well, so I think we deserve to go up. And Nantwich coming up next. Nantwich are in the league above us, actually, I believe. They are the league above us, second in the league above us as well. So this is going to be a massive test in the next game. We've already beaten 2 teams from our league. What am I doing there? This is what I want. But we want the League Cup thing. If we can get rid of that thing as well, great. Now, Workington were in the league above us, and we beat them 5-1. And then Clitheroe, or was it Witton Albion? Either way, we've played 2 teams in the league above us, and we've beaten them twice, or once each. But either way, I think we can do it against Nantwich. And if we get a decent result against them, I think it potentially could show that we are going to be decent next season if we get promoted. We could be potential title challengers next season if we can beat the team that are already title challengers this season in the league above us. I feel like I said that in a very weird and complicated way. Hopefully it made sense. It made sense in my head, so that's all that matters. Doesn't matter about you. It's all about me, this. All about me. So the Nantwich game's on the Saturday. All the other league games are on the Saturday. Our game against Mansfield was moved to midweek. So we're going to have a game in hand on the teams around us as well. What that means is we'll have a game in hand against a few of the teams. Matt Cotton has just picked up an injury. Physio to 4 to 5 weeks will be fine. I'm not going to use injections for him. He'll be out for a little while. Could be out for the rest of the season, actually, which is a little bit unfortunate for Matt Cotton. But luckily, Mum has just come back for us, so that's really good. As I was saying, though, as long as Frickley don't win like 12-0, we'll stay top of the table whatever happens, but it'd be nice to have a game in hand where we'll know if we need to win, or we can sort of like sacrifice not winning. Potentially, we can be okay with not winning. Not that I want to lose, of course, but I mean, like, if we lose a game, it won't matter. If the other teams around us lose, we'd still be 3 points ahead, and we'd be safe in the knowledge of that because we've got the game in hand. Oh, and Aitken has also turned down the contract from Runcorn, so potentially, actually, we didn't need to offer that contract to Robinson. Because, Warrener, again, he keeps turning down contracts as well. Although it does say here that his preferred choice could well be Bowers and Pitsea. So maybe he'll move to them. But all the clubs that have offered contracts so far, he's said no to them every time. Oh, bloody hell, Palling is expecting us. Was it Palling that wanted... I've been playing Corrigan, but actually it may well have been Palling that wanted more game time now that I think about it, which is a big mistake on my part. We won't play in this Nantwich Town game. We're going to put out the best team possible for Nantwich, which actually I think is pretty much the team we had last game. That's my birthday in game as well, 14th of March. Well, we cannot lose on my birthday, so that pretty much guarantees the win. So it's the only point showing you the game because we're going to win it because it's on my birthday. Hopefully Sheffield putting a good performance against Frickley. Frickley lose their 3rd game in a row. That'd be beautiful. If we win this game and Frickley lose, that would be quite possibly the best result possible. Right then, so Bradley Roberts coming on at left back for Corrigan, who is suspended. So we'll make that change very quickly. There's quite a few changes to make, actually. Louis Corrigan will come off. We'll put Palling on the bench for now. Cotton has to come off the bench, but coming back on the bench is Jack Holmes. No, he's not. He's suspended still, so he can't. So we'll put Aitken on the bench instead. And then we'll probably have to swap Jacklin over with Cameron Fulks just because he's injured. So it's not quite the strongest lineup possible. And this is kind of a little bit of a weakened lineup, to be fair, from our usual strong one. But if we go out there, play with no fear, play with confidence, I reckon we could get the win today, especially at home. Right then, kickoff is upon us, and Nantwich playing in a lovely green colour. Now, of course, as we mentioned earlier, they're second in the league above us, so they're chasing promotion there, and they're chasing, obviously, a double promotion. They're chasing the league title and the double here, just as we are. We're chasing the title and the cup double. So it's a big game for both of these teams today, I've got to say. Like, this matters quite a lot. I don't generally show cup games until the later stages because, I mean, what's the point, really? And a lot of them, usually we get knocked out in the early stages anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. But now that we're in the semi-final, this matters quite a bit. And actually, I think it's Frickley that are going to be in the final against us. I'm pretty sure that Frickley won their semi-final. I think they were in against Bowers Pitsea. I'm pretty sure it was. It was in between episodes. And I think Frickley won it in extra time, if I remember rightly. So that could be a great end to the season, actually. A league battle against Frickley and then a cup battle against Frickley. But right now, it looks like Nantwich are closer to the two sides of scoring as they have scored. With Louis White scores from, 30 yards out. Absolute, well, not quite a screamer. Emery was nowhere near it, to be fair. But it's only his second goal of the season, which always annoys me when it's like this late in the season. It's like a first or second goal. Like, what have they been doing all season? I mean, he's a midfielder as well, to be fair. So it's not really like out of the question for him to be scoring a few goals. But when it's only their second, it does annoy me. Looks like we're going toe for toe, though, with Nantwich right now in terms of stats. And in fact, possession was slightly better. Robinson's free kick, it triples the keeper. It was straight at the keeper, to be fair. Sort of the wrong side of the goal for a right-footed player to be taking a shot there. But a decent effort nonetheless. As long as they're only 1-0 up, we're still in the game. So I'm quite happy to sort of, be chill for now. By the time we're like 75 minutes and it's still 1-0 down, I'll be a little bit more worried. But Robinson with another free kick, puts it in, cleared, but only as far as Idahan as he plays it out to Walker. He just about gets past the defender there. That was good, but does get tackled second time of asking. Hughes now coming forward for Nantwich into Saunders. Back to Hughes, and again, Nantwich now just trying to get a bit of control on the ball, trying to work it forward with a bit of pace now. Saunders on the ball, works himself through it, puts it wherever the bar, so nothing to worry about. Another highlights coming thick and fast, I've got to say. Mum now flicks it on to Bannister in the end, and he puts it up towards their number 9, who's unmarked there. Really, we should have done a bit better there. Although the cross ball, or the cross-pitch ball, not particularly great, as Emery now collects the ball as we win it back at the back of the pitch. And we're coming forward down the left-hand side now. Roberts, who's looking to impress after being replaced by Corrigan recently in the league. Roberts now coming forward with it back to Schollsbeard. Sort of a bit of stagnation there. Gary Jones not really doing much with it. Back to Schollsbeard. Into Mum now. Mum in behind their midfield. Into Robinson. Into the other Robinson who's in behind the defence. Puts it in the back of the net. Why is that disallowed for offside? Why? Because the ball went to the Nantwich man first, didn't it? And then Hutchinson tackled. Or am I making that bit up? Let's watch that again. So Robinson's got the ball here. I don't think that was offside. Seriously. And it went to the Nantwich man first anyway. So what the offside is for, I don't know. That's Football Manager, maybe. But it's a video game, and I feel like it wouldn't just get it wrong on purpose. Even this low down. So I'm annoyed by that. I'm not going to lie to you. I am annoyed by that. So it should be 1-1, but we go into the break 1-0 down. Hopefully the boys in the second half will muster up the strength and the courage that they have and valiantly take the win. I don't think I could have said that less enthusiastically, if I'm honest with you. And now Nantwich have a corner, which is a good save by Emery. I was about to say it's put in the back of the net, but Emery has been crucial, I've got to say, in the past few games. He's made some massive saves in the past few games. So I've been very pleased the way he's been playing recently. Kept a lot of clean sheets this season as well. Robinson now on the ball. Can he get it back into the middle? Harry Robinson might be able to get it in the middle, I think. Oh, Chris Kelly at the far post. I think we wasted the opportunity there. I think Connor Robinson really should have squared it a little bit earlier rather than passing it back to Harry Robinson. And I think perhaps we could have scored there. I think we've wasted a few opportunities today, which has been frustrating. I won't lie to you as well. I feel like Regan Hutchinson is the man to bring on. I think Connor Robinson either plays really well or plays really poorly. And today is one of those occasions where it's been quite poor. Hutchinson then coming on as a poacher. Hopefully that little bit more attacking flair from a player like Hutchinson will just do it for us. If we can get to extra time, that'd be really good. Looking at this though, it's not looking that promising, I've got to say. It's not looking that promising as we get to 75 minutes, 1-0 down, as I sort of predicted earlier. And Nantwich coming forward once again now from his free kick, playing it around sort of that attacking third, the edge of the attacking third. Into the box, though. Roberts makes a good interception. I thought was about to foul the player. Doesn't foul the player. The cross comes in. And Nantwich go 2-0 up in the semi-final. It's heartbreaking to see. I would have loved to have got to the final of this. I mean, the winner gets £6,000 of the whole competition. And that's a lot of money for a club like us. So it's, I mean, not so much when we're like £30,000 in debt. But it's a lot of money still. Still time though, Tom. Don't panic too much. There is still time for us to get back in this game. As Roberts, I'm getting so nervous with him on that yellow card. Puts it into Saunders in the end. Collected by Emery. Another chance to build from the back. Fulks, a little bit risky. I thought it was going to go for the back pass and it was going to go wrong and they'd score a third goal. Roberts once again. Scholes Beard now on the ball. Back to Roberts. They're just passing it around very gently. We're not being very ambitious with it. And when we are ambitious, they nearly score goals. So, and now it's a penalty. Is it not a penalty? It's not a penalty. I thought it said penalty at the bottom. I was trying to read the commentary text down there. I thought it was a penalty, but now we've got the counter-attack. Scholes Beard, come on, get forward with it. Pass it out to Reagan. We've been tackled. And what was that highlight even for? Because nothing really significantly happened there. Okay, well, it wasn't to be. It wasn't to be. We didn't have our full strength lineup up. We've been hampered with injuries and suspensions for this game, unfortunately. A few players missing out when really we'd like them to play. But at the end of the day, Nantwich are the better side. We did kind of go toe for toe. First half we did. Second half they showed their, superiority from being from a league above us. But I think it's good to see actually that we only lost 2-0. And we've beaten 2 teams from their league already this season. So I think it bodes well for next season, I think. The way we've played this season against teams from a league above us, it bodes very well. And potentially, it means we could do quite well next season, maybe, if we get promoted. Good news for us, though, is that Frickley drew with Sheffield, which is great. Pontefract, well, Morpeth must have lost, actually, because Pontefract have gone ahead of us. And Pontefract won. Morpeth lost again, which is very good. So, with a game in hand, we are 2 points clear of Frickley. If we win our game in hand against Mansfield, who are down in 16th, we'll be 5 points clear with only 6 games to go, which is mental. So this is a massive opportunity for us right now. A massive opportunity. Next episode then is hopefully going to be the last episode of the season. We play Loughborough Dynamo and Hanwell. Potentially we could lose these next few games and we'll drop into the playoffs again rather than having automatic promotion, which would be unlucky. Although we could also win all these games and actually win the game or win the league a few games before the Hanwell and Loughborough games. So we'll play it by ear. But next episode on paper is going to be Loughborough and Dynamo, but it could change depending on other results and things like that. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have done, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And I'll see you next time for some more Lincoln Loco.